crazy stuff I see on the internet all the time. All the time, man. All the time. And I come across these crazy clips, and all I can do is just wonder, I hope they really get paid for the craziness that they put themselves out there in. Now, this story that we're about to talk about, this young lady, controversy follows her everywhere. Just about. It followed her from the United States all the way to Dubai. So she's not a stranger when it comes to grabbing people's attentions. And quite honestly, I think she like it. And of course, you guys know we're talking about the story of Miss Sassy Trucker herself, Tierra Allen. You guys may know her from the plenty of conversations that I used to have with this young lady back in the day.
Hold on.
As well, like, you know, they have their women walk behind them and stuff like that. Have you ever seen anything like that, or any, I want to say, any disrespect or anything like that?
They actually respect women over there in Dubai when it comes to voicing your opinion and standing up for yourself. So you probably hear like a lot of people that go to Dubai or women that go there, they call them the porta potties, the human porta potties. That's not true. I didn't experience that one over there. It probably happened to those people, but it didn't happen to me. And that's something that they probably signed up for. But other than that, the men do treat you very good. They cater to you in Dubai. They're very sweet people. And they believe in actually taking women out on dates and not just texting them WID all day. So that's a big difference from the men in Dubai and the men in America. They know how to really court women really good.
So should I put...
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You guys might also know her from Judge Judy. She was on an episode of Judge Judy. You guys also may know her from being the young lady that was doing all the yelling and got hemmed up in Dubai a couple of years ago. But now, Miss Sassy Trucker out of Katy, Texas, been driving for about 8 years. She built a name for herself. She built a brand and a following. She got a lot of followers on Facebook. Not as much as YouTube. She used to be heavy on YouTube back in the day, but not as much. But on Instagram and on Facebook, yeah, she got a lot of followers. Now, I got to just say this, and I'm going to be honest. Majority of her followers are men, truck drivers, males. She is online in a new documentary series, reality series. I think this is on TLC, called My Strange Addiction. And there's some crazy stories that comes out of that. TLC ain't no stranger to controversy. They got the 600-pound life, hoarders. A lot of interesting things that I've seen on that channel. Coupon cheapskates. A lady actually cooking spaghetti in bathtub water just to save on water. So it was no surprise to me when I came across her tale of being addicted to snorting cleaning powder, comet cleanser, bathroom cleaning items. She's dead serious. It's not a joke, not a skit, not satire. She actually says, and I quote, "The smell pulls her in." She said the sensation is amazing. She even goes as far as to paint her fingernails to match her favorite lemon-scented powder.
My name is Tierra. I live in Katy, Texas. I'm a truck driver. I've been driving for 8 years. And I'm addicted to snorting cleaning powder. It smells good. The smell drew me into it, and it feels really, really good. And when I'm sniffing it, it's amazing. I even got my nails to match the cleaning powder. It's my favorite color. This is lemon scented, and I love lemon.
Now you would think that kids would come across and do some crazy stuff like that. Remember those challenges back in the day? Remember those Tide Pod challenges? The crate challenge? Literal kids, like in their 20s or something like that. Tierra, I think she's like touching 40, 30, I think. But still, being a grown woman on national television, online promoting that clip, talking about she's addicted to household chemicals. And she says the sensation is...
It's amazing.
That's what's out there, drivers. That's attached to her name. And unfortunately, being that she's a truck driver, it's attached to trucking and it's also attached to her CDL. Drivers, let's just call this what this is, though, for real, for real. This is weird. This is, if this isn't weird to you, I don't know what it is. And I'm not talking about internet weird. I'm not talking about reality TV. I'm talking about kind of a dangerous way weird. First off, you're a CDL driver, right? Well, let me rephrase that. You're a CDL holder. You're a truck driver. See, that license isn't a regular driver's license. It comes with high standards. Random drug testing, clearinghouse reporting, medical cards, DOT physical, the whole 9 yards. And that structure is built on safety, right? Now, here you are. If this is just for show, like, I just want to do an episode where I can just say that I'm addicted to cleaning supplies. Let's do something with that. She gets paid, right? They're going to pay her a lot of money, right? Well, I don't know if it's a lot of money. I kind of hear that reality TV characters don't get paid as much as an A-lister. But they do get some money, though. Technically, it's not about the money. It's about the virality. It's about being put out there and have somebody else to come in and do something else with you. So technically, it's not about the money in some cases. But really, you're out here admitting to inhaling chemicals. Now, I'm kind of curious to know, and this is nothing on the young lady, because quite frankly, I liked it. I had some awesome conversations with her. I had a conversation with her when she went out to Dubai the first time and came back, and we actually had an awesome conversation. And in that conversation, I was under the impression that she was going to move to Dubai and become a truck driver out there. But the second time when she was in controversy when it came to Dubai, yeah, it kind of just didn't go her way. And everybody, including myself, picked up the story.
Houston social media influencer, who's known online as the Sassy Trucker, returned home. She had been stuck in Dubai since April. ABC 13's Chaz Miller is live this morning. And Chaz, we actually interviewed her as soon as she landed. It was pretty emotional. Good morning.
Yeah, guys, you know, it's unknown whether or not she still has any legal issues outstanding over in Dubai. We do know she had to pay the police over there $1,300, nearly $1,400 to get back home. And as you might imagine, even though she had moved there, she said she's never going back out of fear that she will go to prison.
The conversations just kind of went to the wayside. But I'm curious to know, in this situation that's going on right now with the young lady, how is this different from doing hard drugs and ending up in the FMCSA's clearinghouse? How is that different? Because that's the real question, right? Because at the core, what's the issue? Substance use that alter your body, your mind, something that could impair judgment, something that could impact the safety behind the wheel of a truck. Now, I don't know what kind of impact that does to a person. I'm sure we was kids at one time and our parents kept a whole bunch of chemicals up under the cabinet. I'm sure one of us a time or two got a hold of some cleaning supplies that we wasn't supposed to get a hold of. But this is a whole grown woman though we talking about, right? This ain't a child, a kid, a teenager that's coming on here saying that I'm addicted to cleaning supplies. We can argue technicalities all day. It's not legal. It's just cleaning powder. It's not on the drug panel. But when you think about it, you're missing the point here. You're inhaling chemicals that's not meant to be inhaled. That alone should tell you that something is off, okay? And this, again, like I said before, this ain't her first rodeo. The last time she was in Dubai, it was a lot of people in the background that was in the works to getting her back here to the United States. That happened. Rest in peace to the lady that went out her way to help her to get her back to Texas. But as far as her going back to Dubai, she has been banned, ostracized, no longer welcome to the place that she used to have fun in. She used to love to go to Dubai. She'd been there, like I said, she'd been there a few times before she got banned. And of course, everybody knows that the reason why she got banned is because she was yelling at somebody. And Dubai do not play that. So again, with the Sassy Trucker, attention and drama isn't nothing new to her. And quite honestly, it's the reason why I'm not shocked. Like everybody that is on the internet, especially all the comments in the comment sections of that clip, because she is actually promoting that clip. She wants to go viral. And like I said before, I am not shocked about it because she loves the attention. She said that in one of our conversations back in the day. She said, yo, if I got the booty and the bang, why not flaunt it? And that's what she always do. She flaunts it. Men likes it. Men cater to it. Men watch it. Men throw money. I'm also surprised that she don't have an OnlyFans. But let's be honest though. Let's be honest. With as many followers that she got on Facebook, do she really need an OnlyFans? Because she really doing a lot of sassy stuff on her Facebook anyway. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm not shocked. That does not mean that this is really not a bad look. Because here's the bigger issue with that. Every one of us does something wild online. It reflects on all of us though. Well, wait. Every time one of us truck drivers do something wild online, it's a reflection on all of us in the trucking industry. States already treat CDL holders like we're guilty by default anyway. Insurance companies already profile us by risk. Companies already are tightening their hiring practices because of liability. And now here you got a known trucker online talking about snorting cleaning powder like it's a hobby.
It's amazing.
And drivers, I need to know, do you think that this really helps our cause in the trucking industry? It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm just saying, it doesn't. It feeds into the stereotypes that us truckers are unstable, that we're reckless, that we're out here doing any and everything for clicks, views, and virality. And see, that's the part that should bother you drivers out here. Now let's talk about the health side of things, right? Because I'm curious to know, and if this is real, right? If this is real, how the hell are you still alive to talk about it? And if you've been doing this for quite a long time, your butt should be dead. Even the doctor says that people had died from doing this. Overdose. How are you still alive?
Every time you inhale these chemicals, it can actually result in sudden death. So it's very, very dangerous to do this. But in addition to that, even if that doesn't happen, it can cause damage to your lungs, to your kidneys, to your brain. All of that is irreversible. So it can be very dangerous.
Has anybody ever died from it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It can cause sudden death just doing it one time. So as soon as you can stop, the better.
Wow, that's crazy.
Are you willing to stop or try to stop doing this?
I'm willing to stop, but probably not today.
We're not talking about the hard stuff. We're not talking about cocaine. We're not talking about heroin. We're not talking about fentanyl, meth. We're talking about cleaning powder that's packed with chemicals, bleach additives, abrasives, things that meant to scrub toilets. This ain't meant for no nasal passages. That goes up into your lungs. That goes into your brain tissue. Inhaling that repeatedly can mess up your sinuses. I'm curious to know why your sinuses is not messed up. If this is a real thing.
I am very concerned that she doesn't understand the repercussions, that every time she inhales these chemicals, it can cause damage to her brain, to her kidneys, to her lungs. There's a risk of sudden death with just one inhalation.
Because again, like I said, she could probably just be doing it for the plug, right? She probably went to her trucking company or the owner operator and said, hey bro, this TV show came. They came and asked me if I wanted to do a TV show. And I said, yeah. They said the premise of the TV show is a truck driver that sniffs chemicals, in particularly Comet Cleanser. It's gonna go down and I just need some time off because you got to take time off to do it. And the truck that she's doing the pre-trip in could just be anybody's truck, right? How you as an owner operator would respond to that? I don't know if I would, I don't know. I don't know if I can cohesively say, yeah.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
Why don't you go in and do that? Listen, long-term exposure to doing this type of thing, it can mess up your respiratory system. And of course, she's doing it voluntarily. That's not edgy. It's kind of self-harm. When people actually do things like that, that means something must be going on in your life. But the way she presents herself online on her Facebook is like she's a happy-go-lucky female truck driver that's enjoying life and going to exotic places and doing a lot of things with her friends. Only to come to find out that behind the scenes, you're sniffing chemicals, household cleaning products. What's going on? Do your mother know about this? I'm not saying this to be dramatic. I'm saying this because addiction is addiction. The substance change, but the behavior pattern stays the same. Everybody is addicted to something. Hell, if anything, I'm a gambler, so I'm a gambling addict, right? You got to be the one to actually say, hey, this is my problem and I need to fix it. So I kind of commend her, if this is real, that she's using this TV outlet to get some help. But again, and this is just me, so don't be mad at me. I'm just thinking that you're chasing the sensation. You built your identity around it. So you're an attention seeker and you don't mind being that. So is it something going on in the background, or is it just because you just want the attention? Could be both. You just justified it, right? But when you think about it, that is the same cycle people fall into when they do the hard stuff. You're a CDL driver. If you're a CDL holder, you don't have room for that cycle. You don't get the luxury of experiencing with your brain chemistry. Not when your job is controlling the truck that's heading down these interstates. We saw a lot of tragedy last year involving trucks. And here you are in 2026 as a female truck driver gleefully saying that you're sniffing household chemicals.
It's amazing.
But lockout men, people gonna say that it's her life. She's not hurting anybody. And I will probably say, yeah, that is kind of short-sighted of you though. See, you're in trucking. That's a different field right there. You represent a regulated profession. Your personal life isn't fully personal anymore. That's just the reality as a truck driver. But when you post it, it becomes public. It becomes searchable. And if anything, it becomes evidence. See, companies look at social media. Insurances look at patterns. And I can tell you who else look at this also. Lawyers, those billboard lawyers. They look at everything, especially after a crash. Think about it, drivers. Imagine being involved in an accident, even if it wasn't your fault. Now, imagine opposing counsel pulling up the clips of you talking about inhaling chemicals for fun because it's
amazing.
You think that doesn't get used against you? Because it will. See, this isn't about judging somebody's personality. And that's their own personality. You put yourself online to be judged anyway, but it's not for me to judge your personality. But it's about risk out here, people. Risk that some of us don't want to take. I want to be honest about this. This female truck driver really likes the attention that she gets. Like I said, y'all, and let me explain to you right quick. Controversy keeps the algorithm moving. Shocks bring in the views. Being the wild trucker keeps the people talking.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
Gets the people going.
But I gotta tell you, all this attention, it does come with a cost. It does come with a check that you better be ready to cash when it's time to cash it in. Because see, there's a difference between building a brand and burning your credibility. See, you've been driving for 8 years. You survived a tough industry, in an industry of craziness last year. A lot of companies folded, went under, filed in bankruptcy, left their drivers out to dry. Regulations are changing. New policies is coming into effect. A lot of drivers, foreign and domestic, is losing their CDLs simply because they can't speak or read the English language. Regulations are tightening up out here, but majority of us made it through though. So,
and now here we are talking about a young lady in 2026. A young female truck driver snorting cleaning supplies. Drivers, it don't add up, man. It don't add up at all. Another angle, though, that we can look at is what example does this set for new drivers? I need to know your answers about that in the description below. Because there are new drivers that's watching. You got a rookie out here struggling to even get a job with 6 months of experience. People out here trying to stay clean so they don't end up being in the clearinghouse watching a young female truck driver saying that, hey,
It's amazing.
you're a veteran driver by all means, right? 8 years in the game, but you're out here openly admitting to inhaling chemicals like it's cute, and you painting your fingernails to match the lemon flavored scent.
I even got my nails to match the cleaning powder.
That confused the message, driver. We can't scream about professionality 1 minute and then laugh off this type of behavior the next. Honestly, you can't have it both ways, right? No, let's not ignore the mental health side of things, right? And when somebody starts abusing something like that randomly, that specific, that chemical, it kind of raises a bigger question, right? Like, what's really going on here? Because honestly, nobody in trucking is going to wake up and say, you know what? Snorting bathroom cleaner sounds like
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
that usually comes from something else deeper, right? It got to come from stress. It got to come from trauma, boredom, depression, or is it just because you want to seek the attention because you're a thrill seeker? Something. I don't know what it is because as I know, for as long as I've been in the trucking is isolated. Long miles, limited support. I get it. And if you don't have the support you need and you're on the road with your thoughts, that's something that will build up entirely. So again, like I said, I guess I get it, but I don't know. It might be a red flag to some. And again, I'm not coming from a place that you guys might say, y'all probably might come in here and say, oh man, Lockout, you just hate. I'm not. I'm telling it like it is. I'm coming from a place. I'm calling it straight. This is not a good look. Not for her, not for her license, not for the industry. It's not a good look. The fact that it's online, the fact that it's a TV episode makes it even worse because now the industry sees this. Companies sees this. We see this. You can't claim ignorance once you broadcast it. Think about this, though. Think about this, right? If a driver pops hot on a random because of substance abuse, we, the drivers, always say, yo, bro, you messed up. You knew the rules. How is this any different in spirit? You're putting foreign substance into your body that can alter you. No matter what it is, whether it's cleaning supplies or drugs, you're doing it repeatedly and you're calling it.
It's amazing.
We can argue legality here, but from a safety mindset, that's reckless energy, drivers. I'm just saying. And that's what trucking doesn't tolerate. Look, you're a truck driver. You're held to a higher standard. And that's period. That's why tickets are higher. That's why off-duty mistakes follow you. That's why if you get in trouble with the law in your personal vehicle, whether it's a DUI, DWI, or reckless driving, it can literally end your trucking career. So why, drivers? Why play with your life like that? Why play with chemicals? Why gamble on your lung and license at the same time? It doesn't make sense. Well, I take that back. I take that back. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes plenty of sense to her, though. And you want to know why it makes plenty of sense? It's because she's getting paid. Now, if we're really being honest about the situation, as truck drivers, this kind of behavior is exactly what critics of trucking latches onto. They already say we're rolling hazards. And then this female truck driver on an A&E show admitting, whether it's true or not, that you're snorting household chemicals like it's crack. Do you think that helps our image when we're trying to fight for better pay, better treatment, and better respect out here, right? All of us truck drivers come together to go to Washington, and we out there fighting for what we deserve to be treated better. And here you are saying, hey, I'm a truck driver out here snorting cleaning supplies.
It's amazing.
Now, again, is this just for show? Probably, maybe, could be. Do she really, truly have a problem? Probably, maybe. Could this show help her solve her problem? Maybe not, because the only part of the show that's getting the attention is the fact that you're on there promoting that you're snorting cleaning supplies. Doesn't show another episode of the doctor actually helping you to do your due diligence to cut the habit. Get the help that you need. Pivot you into something else responsible. Think of it this way. A lot of people, we respect growth, but what's going to get the attention is the shock value. And if this continues to be a badge of honor for you, that might be a problem. Because at some point, the jokes stop being funny. The views stop being worth it. And the consequences always shows up. See, the consequences being that the clearinghouse just doesn't care about your follow count. The DOT don't care about your brand. Physics don't care about your controversy. Because if your reaction time is just a smidget off one day because you're inhaling chemicals and something happens, that's it. It ain't like we can go back and rewind to the beginning of when you actually came on to promote the fact that you're inhaling chemicals. I guess my question is, right? What's the end goal here? Is it for more clicks, more headlines, more shock? Because long term, all of that is not sustainable. All of that is not sustainable because your viral moment, your 15 minutes of fame, that 2 seconds of being famous do eventually come to an end. 8 years in this game. I respect you for that, man. But you also know that 8 years in this game, how things can flip in an instant. One bad week, one bad accident, one bad violation. So I got questions. One of which is, how are you still physically okay? It's pretty much triggering a lot of reviews and a lot of videos, such as what I'm doing right now. And my last question is, how does this play out if something really goes wrong?